Hello and welcome to another video from Keto A Go-Go. Excuse the hat, it's very sunny today, beautiful. A month ago I underwent a 3-day fast. I had no food at all for 72 hours, and beginning today I'm doing it all over again. So why am I doing it? How am I preparing for it? Is it dangerous? Have I got nuts? Stick around and I'll spill the beans. So, why am I fasting again? I'm fasting because it is, believe it or not, a more natural way of eating. Or to put it another way, not eating occasionally is more natural. Evolution is a slow process. Human advancement is not. We're in a position where we are not evolved enough to deal with what we've created. Supermarkets, fast food, 24/7, 365 availability. Uber Eats, Deliveroo and Just Eat knocking on the door. Factory made, untouched by human hands, pre-cooked, ready to eat, pop in the microwave, pierce the film, throw away the packaging, high sugar, low salt, nutrient poor, preservative filled, bite-sized, energy boost sweet treats to eat that won't ruin your dinner. We are cavemen and women. We find things stuck to trees and growing from the ground. We chase after furry things and fishy things, cook them and eat them. In evolutionary terms, we've hardly moved, but nowadays, in comparison, we hardly move. Back in the day, not every hunting expedition was successful. Occasionally, the furry creatures hibernated, and trees don't give fruit all year round, and so periods without any food were normal. And our bodies took advantage of this break from all their feasting, and they repaired themselves. All that feasting during the good times allowed for some of the nutrients to be stored away. And it would sustain us for a while, at least long enough for the spears to be repaired, the bows and arrows to be repaired, and better traps to be designed and built. But now that our bodies never get that chance to empty out the reserves, never get a chance to carry out the repairs, we are resilient though, and it takes a few decades for the worst of the damage to show. Type 2 diabetes, nerve damage, kidney disease, gallstones, liver failure, obesity, dementia, blindness, amputation, heart disease, and strokes, as well as cancer. We're growing increasingly sick, caused by an over-reliance on food that needs to go into a factory to make it edible and last for months in the fridge. We need to understand that food manufacturers are no longer the rugged, friendly old farmers that are portrayed on their packaging. The fruit and vegetables we buy in our supermarkets are sprayed and coated in God knows what to make them grow quicker with less blemishes, and have you noticed they're all the same size and the same shape nowadays? Animals end up on our plates but have become gigantic, grotesquely deformed shapes existing in cages and pens and given unimaginably bad feeds. We need to be less trusting. As the actress said to the bishop, I'm not putting that in my mouth anymore. The Chinese are preparing to figure out a way of feeding animals on industrial waste treated by using bacteria. The Americans feed animals on expired yogurt. Not so bad, you might think, till you find out they didn't bother taking out the plastic tub first. Dr. Stephen Solomon, director of FDA Centre for Veterinary Medicine, stated, "We do not believe that the use of diseased animals or animals that died otherwise than by slaughter to make animal food poses a safety concern, and we intend to continue to exercise enforcement discretion." There's clearly a need for us to refuse to swallow the refuse that they're feeding us. You only need to look at the statistics. Clearly, from those figures, something has gone terribly wrong. And clearly, those in authority over what we should be allowed to eat and how much of it we should eat have got it wrong. We need a reset on this. A complete reset on the way we think about what we eat. And we can't trust them to help us to do it. So, how does fasting improve our health? First of all, fasting is not unnatural, as my caveman analogy illustrated. Stop believing the BS that you need to be fed 3 times a day. Stop believing the BS that you're going to need snacks in between. And stop believing the BS that low salt, sugar-free, low fat on the box means the contents are good for you. Stop believing food manufacturers. It's all been a litany of lies, and the biggest scandal is that some of the very people we put into positions of trust to provide us with recommendations for a healthy diet are being paid off to make claims that are clearly false. So we're going to need to use some common sense and intelligence. The following are benefits of fasting. Improvements in weight loss attempts. Improvements in countering and reducing insulin resistance. Improvements in addressing inflammation problems. Reduction of stored fat in the pancreas. Reduction of stored fat in the liver. Improvement in the gut biome. Reduction of inhibition of ghrelin, the I'm full hormone. Repair, removal, recycling, replacement of dead cells. Shrinkage of some tumours through glucose starvation and prevention of their growth. An increase in white blood cells, the body's defenders. Increase in stem cells, which can be used anywhere in the body. Increased kidney function. Increased pancreatic function. Increased liver function. Improving blood filtration of all your toxins. Improvement in cognitive powers and reduction in hypertension, blood pressure, and cholesterol. All of these things come from fasting, and some kick in after only a few hours. Preparing for a 3-day fast. I'll do another video on OMAD, 1 meal a day, as a lifestyle choice, not as a diet. It involves, as anyone will have worked out by now, only eating once a day, and the benefits can really help in weight loss and in improving overall health. But bear in mind what I said earlier. If you do fast for a few hours or a few days, don't undo all your good work by cramming a factory-made frozen pizza into your cake hole as soon as the alarm sounds. Try to prepare a healthy and balanced meal without using anything processed at all. Make it low in carbs and full of protein and fat, which makes you feel more satisfied, take much longer to digest, so they keep you feeling full for longer, and don't make you suffer cravings a few hours afterwards. Much of the hunger, and by that I mean mental hunger, is from your brain sending out signals because it's lacking in something, and I don't mean half a packet of Jaffa cakes. It might be running low on a particular mineral or vitamin, and what I would recommend is that you take some form of multivitamin and mineral supplement. I use some sachets from Exante, which are stuffed full of vitamins and minerals and also contain no sugar, diluted in water, are delicious. The video shows the nutritional information of the Exante burst. Pause and use frame advance if you want to study it further. I make sure I have some of them available because I don't like drinking plain water unless it's cold, and being as I'm a taxi driver, keeping it cold in the car is virtually impossible. I also have half a litre of coffee with me, and when hunger strikes, a couple of swigs takes away the worst of the hunger pangs. Is fasting dangerous? No. You'll undoubtedly feel hungry, but drink some water or coffee or tea and your hunger pangs will go. Keep busy. Don't sit watching the TV in the sitting room while your mind is standing in front of the fridge in the kitchen. Go for a walk. Mow the lawn. Do one of the jobs you've been putting off. Get some sleep. While you're sleeping, the mind releases a hormone, ghrelin, which reduces any hunger pangs. Sleeping is also when your body gets busy repairing itself, and it's also when you lose weight. But no, it's not dangerous. Fasting will not kill you. Certainly not in the short term. The longest recorded medically observed fast was by a fellow named Angus Barbieri, who fasted for 382 days and lost 125 kilos. So 3 days should be manageable. If you have doubts, however, seek medical advice, of course. Keep in touch with how this fast develops. I will begin Monday the 13th of June, midday, and end at midday on Thursday the 16th, 72 hours later. And I'll be doing the same the following week with one of my subscribers, Debbie, joining in. If you'd like to try, drop me a message and we'll all get healthier together. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.